Yo, what's up, guys? I'm gonna be watching the Newworld dev update. What's next for Newworld?
Hello, everybody. We are here today to give you an update on Newworld. I am joined by Scott and Dave. And behind the camera is the puppet master, Mr. Levin, who did an amazing job on the last video. Thank you. And Chuck.
And Chuck.
So today, I know there's big expectations for us to come out with a roadmap. In full disclosure, we are going to give you some information on what's coming, but it's not going to be the full 2024 roadmap. For what it's worth, 2024 is a big year. We have massive expectations for the year and a lot we're working on. The thing is, we're going to wait a few months to give you a lot of that details because quite frankly, we announced the full roadmap last year for 2023, and we missed a lot of stuff near the end.
That's a good thing. This way people can't get mad from them saying, hey, we're gonna release mounts, and then it not coming out for X amount of months afterwards. So, kinda saves their ass.
And because the longer term prediction it's hard, especially when you're adding big chunks of work. So our plan today is to give you a lot of information on what's coming between now and May. And then in May, we're going to do another one of these, and we're committing right now to telling you everything that you're going to get for the rest of the year. And
okay.
Like I said, we have a lot planned this year, so we're pretty excited about it.
Big announcements.
Huge. But with that, let's dive into what's coming up in the short term. So this first one we've talked about a fair amount already, so I'll go pretty quickly on it. It's Cross-World Expeditions with Improved Group Finder. I think this is going to change the game. I think just finding groups faster is what we all want.
One click to
Now
get
where's
in.
the 3v3?
No,
one click to get in. I like that.
Linking gear, nothing. One click and I'm in. That's the goal here. Get you in.
Linking gear. Every time you join an mutated dungeon. Hey, what are you using? Why do you have this on? Why don't you have this? Just click and queue.
Into the content quick and have fun.
It doesn't bother the people that actually want a proper pre-built team, because they're just going to run it with their own friends groups, so it does not affect that.
And rewards for helping other people too is going to be huge.
Yeah, especially for the harder to find, I'm not saying tanks or healers are hard to find, but
tanks.
Extra rewards if they deem it appropriate.
Okay, good day to be a tank.
8 new artifacts coming out.
8?
You guys have a favorite?
You go first.
Okay. My favorite's going to be, I think it's called Tempest Fury, and it's the Great Axe where you just get to keep spinning and spinning and spinning in your whirlwind, and it's going to be awesome.
I like that, and it's important to note it's the second.
Wait, that's going to be hilarious. Wait, that's actually awesome. Continuous spin. Great Axe.
Great Axe we've had. So a couple weapons we're doing a second version of, but we're doing like a different gameplay element, versus Abyss. My favorite is actually a pair of gauntlets, where as you use them, you get these stacks that make your heavy attacks more powerful. So it sort of like changes the game. It's very good for people that do lots of heavy attacks.
Yeah, you get that momentum going.
Yeah, and it can be used like if you're a fireball guy with those heavy, or bow, like lots of opportunities.
Let's go. I was thinking melee for some.
They have to make another life staff artifact for people who want to heal as a healer. The life staff is good for like a life staff void gauntlet build, some decent DPS survivability, like playing solo and everything is like really good with that. Need a life staff that will enhance our healing, not damage. We want to heal. Okay. Probably get that soon. 8 more. Big chance.
Yeah, no, but it affects all heavy tanks.
All right, we have another one of our season trials coming out. This one is a 10-person one. It's the Winter Runeforge, and we actually, we played it today.
Yeah.
Winter Runeforge.
And it's pretty cool. It's hard. It's difficult right now. We'll see if it eases up a little bit by the time we ship, but it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, I think what I like about these pieces of content is it's 10-person. They don't take super long, right? Like the goal of these is that you can get, in and out in sort of 10 to 15 minutes once you learn the mechanics. And I think especially the final fight in this, we literally just played a review of it today. Like
10 to 15 minutes.
Rich, lots of things for everyone to do, important coordination. I think it's just a fun trial.
And it's nice, you know, as these get further into the release, people can start pugging them, and it
Yeah,
becomes more
for sure.
doable. And it's another fun on-demand moment.
And I think, you know, this is the second time we've done a seasonal trial, and I think with the hatchery, I think it was super fun content, but the rewards, you know, let's just say we're lacking.
Yeah.
They weren't worth the time you had to put in to get them.
So we learned that,
Yeah.
and we're really pushing the rewards. I think, you know, one of the things we'll do is we used to have a reward for the first 7 times you did it a week. That number is going to come down a lot, like into the 1 to 3 range, so we can really punch up the rewards. So it should be cool.
We have some seasonal
Okay.
events coming. You want to walk us through those, Dave?
Yeah, we have a couple of returning ones and some new ones. So Legacy
New
of
ones?
Crassus will be coming back. We have a brand new one called Year of Dragon that I think will be great.
That I'm excited for. Year of the Dragon. Second year, Year of. Something always cool is afterward.
And then some other returning favorites, Rabbit's Revenge, and Springtide Bloom. Obviously with these, you know, the game has changed, so the reward schemes and all these will change. So those are some of the cool events coming up.
Yeah, and we're going to
Okay.
do a Forged in Eternum episode, I believe, Mr. Levin, on Year of the Dragon, coming up very soon. He gave the thumbs up, so that's a yes.
Okay, nice.
Can't get him on camera again, but we'll keep trying. Of course, there's going to be more seasons passes and rewards for every season.
Of course.
The MSQ is going to be finished, you know, and this was one of those that I mentioned earlier that we were hoping to have done in 23, but it's going to move into the first part of 24.
Almost done. Main story
It's
quest.
something we're like really
2 and a bit
excited
years.
about, and I think it's going to be. It's a different experience now leveling than it was 2 years ago when we launched.
Are you
Anybody who plays the game now is going to have such a better leveling experience than anybody did throughout the past like 2 years since the game launch. That's enough said. If you're playing with someone, they would spawn you in different locations. First Light, Monarch's Bluffs. You couldn't even play with your friends right away. Now it's a lot more linear, which is nice. Still good to do other things you want to do. Kill stuff to level up, but story quest is more.
re-rolling a new character to play the whole experience through?
At least one, yeah. Yeah, at least one, yeah. And there's another feature coming out that
Ooh.
we haven't talked about yet, which is full gamepad support. We're pretty excited about that, and whoever saw the gamepad up there, one of these episodes, was not totally wrong. But I think it's feeling really good. With the gamepad support, it's going to come some.
Gamepad support for Newworld. What is the aiming just going to be atrocious? What?
Some other changes to the game. Do you want to talk about
Yeah,
those?
absolutely. I mean, I think the idea here is we want to natively support the controller. I think, this will be our version 1. We will continue to improve like the experience, but for version 1, like we're really focused on the gameplay elements, and I think it's playing super well. We have things like lock on now, which will completely change the way the game
Lock
plays.
on.
We have various assists to make it easier to hit with projectiles and aim on controller. I think it feels good. Some different mappings depending on whether you're range, melee, or how you like to play.
Is that going to be the new meta? Aim assist controller? That's kind of insane. I wonder how the lock-on's going to be for like melee and whatnot in PvP. Then again, who really is going to use controller for PvP? For some people. I'm definitely going to try it out. But interesting. Can't get away from aim assist.
Also, we're doing not just in-game gameplay support, but we're also doing UI support to make it the UI operate and feel better with it. And I think that's
New
coming
UI?
our way already.
Yep.
Okay.
And that's something we'll be looking for a lot.
They need to make the mana and stamina bars thicker. It used to be so visible before, now it's like a tiny little line. Very hard to see.
A lot of feedback from all the players on like, how's the controller feel? How can we make it better?
Or just let people change their own UI to their liking. As MMOs do.
Where should we push it? What should we do? Some other stuff we're focusing on, probably the whole year, but I want to like for the first part for sure. Performance improvements, we've seen a lot of feedback on performance, and we have a pretty massive efforts going on. So I think you'll see improvements in the first part of the year and more as the year goes on.
Yeah, we've been doing a lot of work in that regard, and it's going to be ongoing. But like a lot of the initial stuff is targeted to come out with season, with that season coming up.
With season 5?
Yeah.
You'll see some more combat balance improvements. We're hearing a lot of the feedback. Just remember, like, if we hear it, it doesn't mean like we and all the players agree with it. So a lot of times we'll see like, hey, the fire staff is way too weak. And then the next one will say, hey, it's way overpowered. I know.
Okay, we haven't heard that in a long time.
Yeah, but
Buddy had bro sweating for a sec. He's like, don't even bring up the life staff. We've had so much ongoing talk about this. It's like, not in this video, please.
as an example, I was trying to be very extreme.
Yeah.
But you often we see conflicting reports on stuff, so we have to really.
I think they do an average job at balancing everything. The thing is, if you're good, you're gonna be good, regardless if something is balanced, nerfed, whatever. If you're really good at using a great axe in Warhammer, even though the times are a little more delayed now, still could be really good with it.
Rely on the telemetry in many cases to look at it and say what people are using, what's their success rate, and this and that helps drive the changes. But we do hear it all. And then we're two other big efforts for 2024, goals for the year, are bug fixing. Like,
Bugs.
we know that we have a lot of bugs in the game still. I think we've done a pretty good job of improving it, but not anything that we're totally happy with yet. So we're going to continue to make that a huge focus, and we're probably even bigger than it's been. So our goal is to push that curve angle way down. And then more quality of life stuff. And some of that just comes naturally with the controller. Adding the controller, we want to make sure it's easier to move around and play the game. So you're going to see a lot more of that coming.
Salvage all. Ooh, sorry. I love that season 4 feature.
But I think
Nobody's clicking salvage all in their right mind. Am I right? I saw that and I was like, hell no, I'm never pressing that. Crossworld Expeditions, Trial, Season Pass, Gamepad. Artifacts. Story quests. Okay.
the takeaway we want you to have is come back in May to this video, because we're going to make we're going to have a lot to talk about in May.
Okay.
And I wish I could spill the beans now, but I'd get in trouble, so I can't. But we're really, really excited about it, and it's huge. At this point, we're going to say, hey, everyone, put your questions here in the comments, because tomorrow, being the day after we air this, we're going to be filming the community Q&A. Anything else either of you want to add? See our shirts, how festive we are?
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
They're very cozy.
Amazon.shop.com.
I think that's it. I hope you all have a fantastic holiday. Stay warm, stay healthy, and we will see you all in Eternum.
Okay.
Feature.
So you're going to see a lot more.
All right. Crossworld Expeditions, huge jump. I cannot wait for them to add that to 3v3s, because nobody likes queuing 3s. They know that if you're not on during regular hours, even if you are, it's still very difficult to get a queue. If you're on late, you might not even get a queue whatsoever. OPR, no problem getting in a queue. Click queue right away and you're in. So this will do big things. Nice. Alright. That is the Newworld dev update after the Winter Convergence.